If Tank Davis want to be considered a Hall of Famer, he'll take the fight. But I don't see it in the future. I really don't. I think Shakur beats him if they were to fight. I think Shakur can outthink him. I think he can control the distance on him. And just because you hit harder, you still got to land that shot. And that's where I say Shakur, that's where he specializes. He eliminates your best attributes. If you can throw the left hand, that's great, Tank. But if you can't land it, it ain't going to do any damage.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So what you just heard was the voice of two-division world champion, superstar Hall of Fame boxer turned colorful analyst and boxing pundit, Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, and he weighed in on the possibility of seeing a highly anticipated showdown between Olympic silver medalist, two-division world champion, undefeated former unified super featherweight world champion superstar boxer Shakur Stevenson, who is 19 wins, no losses, no draws, 9 wins by way of knockout, 25 years of age, 5'8" with a 68-inch arm reach, against undefeated three-division world champion superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight, and junior welterweight. Superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who has 28 wins, no loss and no draw, 26 big wins by way of knockout, 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. So, as you heard Timothy Desert Storm Bradley, he stated that if Gervonta Tank Davis want to officially go into the Hall of Fame, Gervonta Tank Davis, after his highly anticipated April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena showdown with undefeated lightweight, junior welterweight Mexican superstar boxer King Ryan Garcia, as you see on the heavy bag there, who has 23 wins, no loss and no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach, that he needs to go ahead and face off against Shakur Stevenson, right? He stated that, the fight with Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis is a good fight. He expects Ryan Garcia to possibly be up on the cards in the first half of the fight, but he expects Gervonta Tank Davis to eventually get to Ryan Garcia. He don't necessarily have to get on the inside. He can allow Ryan Garcia to come to him, and he could clip and knock out Ryan Garcia. He stated, but that won't be the case with Shakur Stevenson, because Shakur Stevenson is going to eliminate his left hand. He's going to eliminate what he does well. He's going to eliminate his power. And if he can't land the power, you can have as much power as you want. But if you can't land the power, then it won't matter. And Shakur Stevenson will win the fight. He says that he believes that Shakur Stevenson will win this fight. And he believes Gervonta Tank Davis believes that Shakur Stevenson will win this fight. It's a tough fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. Then he went on to say that not on top of it, Shakur Stevenson is still growing and is already bigger than Gervonta Tank Davis, who has maxed out. Okay, so with that said, Timothy Bradley is stating that, this is a fight that he don't believe Gervonta Tank Davis and his team, they'll take this fight. Now, obviously, there's some hurdles in the way of making this fight, as I stated, because Gervonta Tank Davis is now with GTD Promotions, as you can see on the heavy bag right there, GTD Promotions, Gervonta Tank Davis Promotions, but he's still partnered up with Showtime President of Sports, Steven Espinosa, and he still works with PBC, Premier Boxing Champion, founder and advisor Al Heyman, and he's still working with his initial promoter in legendary retired Hall of Fame iconic superstar boxer Floyd Mayweather Promotions, and Mayweather Promotions CEO Leonard Ellerbe. Okay, so it's on two separate sides of the streets. When you're trying to bring ESPN together with Showtime to make a fight of this magnitude, and Gervonta Tank Davis is already on record stating that belts don't matter. So there's no way to force this fight. There's no way to, entice Gervonta Tank Davis outside of Gervonta Tank Davis is on record saying that before he retires, he definitely got to fight Shakur Stevenson, and he said he definitely got to fight undefeated, undisputed lightweight world champion, superstar boxer Devin the Dream Haney, who is 29 wins, no losses, no draw, 15 wins by way of knockout, 24 years of age, 5'9.5" with a 72-inch arm reach. Devin Haney is going into a big fight May 20th with Olympic two-time gold medalist, three-division world champion, former unified lightweight world champion, Ukrainian superstar boxer Vasyl High-Tech Lomachenko. Okay, so with that said, April 20th, Lomachenko, Devin Haney will square off. And that's for another video coming after this video. I will discuss some things stated by Mark Kriegel in the same interview. But nonetheless, this is what I've been saying in Gervonta Tank Davis. You guys know I'm on record. I even stated to Gervonta Tank Davis himself that I believe there's 3 fighters in the world that could beat Gervonta Tank Davis. That is Devin the Dream Haney, Shakur Stevenson, and ultimately Gervonta Tank Davis himself, right? And so with that said, Timothy Bradley, he uttered the same sentiments that I believe will be the reason why Shakur Stevenson or Devin Haney can beat Gervonta Tank Davis. Now, it's definitely still a 50-50 fight. This is a fight Gervonta Tank Davis definitely can win. It's not that he can't beat Shakur Stevenson or he can't beat Devin Haney, but they just have the physical attributes over Gervonta Tank Davis. And great big men beat great little men, okay? And Gervonta Tank Davis is just simply not a big guy. He does have power, but he is a boxer puncher. He's a strategic boxer before anything, okay? And Shakur Stevenson, as you see here, puts his combinations together strategically. He's very savvy. He's very elusive on the defensive end, but he's big. He's rangy. He's a southpaw as well, and he has a high ring IQ. When you watch Gervonta Tank Davis against guys like Leo Santa Cruz, Mario Barrios, Hector Garcia, and he's essentially losing on the cards to Hector Garcia and Mario Barrios, and having a seesaw battle fight with Leo Santa Cruz, he ultimately is a better boxer. He has a higher ring IQ. He's more skilled than those fighters, and he has more power. So he has the ultimate equalizer with the power on top of having, a skill advantage and a high ring IQ. So the cream rises to the top. But in the case with Shakur Stevenson is not going to give Gervonta Tank Davis an opportunity to get back in the fight other than having a puncher's chance. If Gervonta Tank Davis is down on the cards 4-1 like he was Mario Barrios and Hector Garcia, Shakur Stevenson is not going to let him land that one big punch, okay? He's going to frustrate him with his distance. He's going to frustrate him with his ability to box, his ring IQ, his jab, control the pace of the fight. And again, Gervonta Tank Davis is a strategic boxer puncher, okay? He sets up the knockouts. He has the ultimate equalizer, but he's not just in there winging them, okay? He's not a thudding, come forward, rock'em, sock'em, rollback type of fighter. You see here, he slows down his pace. He strategically picks his shots, and then he lands his power, right? He puts you in a position to get clipped by his power with his feet, right? And Shakur Stevenson, as you can see here, strategically puts his punches together, but he makes you miss in a phone booth. And he's not going to be nervous of Gervonta Tank Davis's power. He's going to see his punches. And so I believe that's why I said that I feel Shakur Stevenson will ultimately win the fight against Gervonta Tank Davis as well. Again, this is not to say that Gervonta Tank Davis cannot beat Shakur Stevenson. Yes, he has the ability. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm just giving a breakdown as Timothy Bradley. Now, people going to feel like Timothy Bradley has a different motive as to why he's picking Shakur Stevenson, because he's on record saying that he wants to see Gervonta Tank Davis lose even to Ryan Garcia because he don't like the person he has become outside the ring and his DV cases with his children's mother. So he says that he wants to see him lose. That's not what real men do. But outside that, I'm talking from a strategic boxing standpoint only, and I believe Timothy Bradley is coming from the same standpoint. In this particular interview, I think he's coming from a strategic standpoint. Now, he did start it off by saying if Tank Davis want to be a Hall of Famer, there's no secret that he don't fancy Gervonta Tank Davis as a person and vice versa. But from a strategic standpoint, they're both southpaws. Shakur Stevenson's big, and I know people, they like to talk about the power. Well, how is Shakur Stevenson going to deal with the power? And as Timothy Bradley said, you got to land the power. There's boxers particularly beat punchers because they strategically eliminate the ability to land the power, okay? And so in this case, I just think the great big man beats the greater little man. And I think that the fact that Gervonta Tank Davis is a strategic boxer puncher first, Shakur Stevenson will eliminate the left hand with his jab, the pace of the fight, combinations, and his ability to control the distance. And I think that Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be strategically trying to work his way on the inside of Shakur Stevenson, and the pace of the fight will be slow, just like I see the pace of the fight being slow with a Devin Haney as well. They don't have to be the biggest punchers. They just have to be accurate with their punches. They just have to win on points, okay? And it can be done. Again, I thought Mario Barrios was winning. So did Floyd Mayweather, and so did the judges unofficially in that fight in the first half. Hector Garcia, same thing, right? He can be had when it comes to boxing because he's very, very patient and maybe too patient. So drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Shakur Stevenson beats Gervonta Tank Davis or vice versa. Will Gervonta Tank Davis even ever fight Shakur Stevenson? Let me know what y'all think. Follow me on Instagram, Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. I'm gone. Peace.
This is Amanda, the real deal Serrano, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.